Hello, beautiful people. So, I am going to start making a series of videos that I'm going to post on a weekly basis. Being profoundly in the present, you begin to realize that there is nothing to do, there is nowhere to go, there is nothing to complete. The ego doesn't like this concept because the ego is continuously giving us this illusion that we have this identity, this ego identity. It tells us we got to fix this, we've got to finish that. You know, the majority of people have got all these long grocery lists that they believe that they need to do. Because somewhere along the line, we believe that if we finish this grocery list, we're going to get the kind of peace that we're looking for. And of course, that doesn't really happen. This entire list that needs to be done is an entrapment of the ego. The concept that we are only consciousness is very difficult for the average person. You know, being privileged that I speak to so many people and I do so many lectures, it is always very interesting to hear the I, meaning the identification of their persona, their ego, I own a house, I own a car, I own a bed, I own the concept of owning anything, the concept that we are represented by these possessions, by these actions. If I walk across the street, I am consciousness in motion. I'm not this bag of bones moving and crossing the road. I'm just consciousness. The concept that we are just consciousness, for most people, is unimaginable. The amount of people that tell me that they are consciousness, and yet by listening to their story, by their identity, when you're a consciousness, there is no identity. There's just love and light, that's it. There is not doing, or I, or me, or the responsibility. To begin to embrace all the layers of your ego identity and the personalities that attaches itself to, and move beyond these layers where we just see ourselves as pure consciousness. I am not just sitting in this sofa talking to you. I'm consciousness in motion. I am pure consciousness. Yes, I'm in this physical body. Yes, I could walk across the street. Yes, I could be doing all these things. But the reality, is it my actions that defines me? Or am I just consciousness? That everything else is just a byproduct. All of our actions are just byproducts of our ego. Our ego creates this persona that gives us this illusion that we are this or that, or need to go here, or need to go there. It's always very interesting to see when people go very deep, they all feel there's something to process. There's nothing to process. We are just consciousness. When you awaken, you begin to realize that you can stabilize consciousness. Being in this world, there is no bad energy. There is no... All of it is just an illusion. It's all created by the ego. The discomfort, the pain, the illusions, the distractions. We are just consciousness. And the ego, when it experiences influctuation of consciousness, the ego turns it into something tangible, an ownership of that lack of stability. But the truth is, when we learn how to balance, to really stabilize that consciousness, then we're in a world where there's only love and light. And most people don't understand that if you're just consciousness, you can stabilize consciousness. But if you're ego, the ego cannot stabilize consciousness. Have a beautiful day. I send you a lot of love. God bless.